All right, gang, here we go again. We've been having ourselves some ups and some downs in the world of Wingspan here on Board Game Arena. Uh, Barred Sparrow is a popular bird that I don't necessarily go out of my way to get. But we've got a killdeer. Okay, so last recent game, we played by house rules with the Raven and still utterly annihilated our opponents. This game, we will play by house rules uh, with the killdeer and see how we do. We don't have anything amazing in our hand. Maybe we just double down on the, those are the cheapest forest birds we have, and we want to build out our forest. They're not great, they're actually pretty mediocre uh, forest birds to start because they have no brown powers. Brown powers, if you got a bird that gives you a grub, you play that first, you're doubling your food production right off the bat. And you just carry that over for the rest of the game. But this is what we're going to do. I think we're going to grab that sparrow as well. That will very much complement our killdeer. And I think we got a couple grains, so we'll go like this. Oh, and you play the um, gotta discard one more. When you play the version off of Steam, you pick the card you want or the food you want to keep. When you play this version, you keep the bird you want to discard. So it can mess you up if you go back and forth between the two. We got 2 bowl nests. We're gonna get 4 birds to eat fish. Probably not since we got the killdeer. We're not going to be going heavy into the uh, into my opponent got rid of, oh my God, wood duck. And I could understand the California quail, but wood duck, wood duck is very much your friend. Plus, then you get the quail on top of that. Utter destruction in your forest. So let's see what they are up to. We need to grab a couple grains. Going for a predator in the forest. Grab a grain. Probably grab that second grain as well because we will need it for our second forest bird. Again, we are setting ourselves up for a somewhat weak forest, 0 brown powers, and the overabundance of bonus cards. It's just going to probably be, unless we get some really nice bonus cards, it's just going to be quite difficult to pursue all of them. So some of them will just have to be kind of forgotten about. So there is definitely a limit for the most part with how many bonus cards you want to get. But still, you make do with what the game gives you. So we will establish an okay forest at least. Then once you get our killdeer down, it's time to. We'll also get our sparrow down. It might be halfway through uh, the first round before, or the second round before we get our killdeer down. Whereas if had this been a different scenario where I wasn't playing by house rules, I would have just forgotten about the warbler and the finch probably, and just kept grab the sparrow, play the killdeer, and just start digging. My opponent, unfortunately, a little slow. So at least they have a screech owl, which is very difficult to make use of the brown power with. It's a very weak brown power. If he gets 2 points from that thing, I will be impressed. Had to take down our bird feeders, unfortunately. I live in an apartment complex, and my bird feeders were hanging over the edge of our balcony, which is on the second story, and the kind people below us requested that we take them down. They were causing a bit of a mess down on their deck, hoping that would never be the case, but because they'd never used their deck. Their deck was basically empty, but they still did not like the mess of it. So we were able just to keep them up for 7 or 8 months, but eventually that was that. We still get the birds coming around, and I do sneak out some walnuts and some pecans and some peanuts, and a few birds stop by to grab those. But the mega setup I had before is all gone. My opponent finally taking quite the think to lay some eggs. Yeah, that is a very, very tricky decision to make there. I sometimes sense that my opponents are busy doing other things, so we will grab ourselves the second gray, then we can lay down our 2 forest birds. Lay down the finch, lay some eggs. What is it even? I was not even paying attention to the first end of round goal. We'll see. I have 0 platform nests. Second end of round goal, I will have definitely a pretty decent head start on so far. I very much hope that my opponent does not perpetually take 3 minutes to make moves. Luckily, his timer, they do a good job here on Board Game Arena. If someone is super slow, they do not just get their full time back to them. So this might be a dud of a game because I don't have time for this. I will drop the person if they do not play things a little faster. American Robin going in the forest, it looks like. Not the best place. There we go. My phone has 5 seconds. Let's see what we get out of this. Named after a person will be nice for us. We've got 2 of those so far, and Eat Rat, we're going with named after a person. Usually you like that Ruinatologist, but in this case we have such a lead on Historian. It'd be foolish to ignore it. All right. My opponent is picking up the pace. There's that Stellar's J there, but don't think we are going to take the time to grab it. It is a 7-point play, but it is quite expensive in the grain department. Let's get down our warbler, then hope we get food for our sparrow. It is a bowl nest, however, but no. Single card draw when we've got that killdeer coming. Not worth it. All right, viticulturalist, our old friend. Geographic terms. We have 0 geographic terms. I think we got to go with viticulturalist. I chose against it one time and it was a huge mistake. So our old friend viticulturalist is back. Does our opponent have a no platform nest? So get some food. We're gonna have to hope for the grub and the grain. There goes that's J. Our opponent's going hard on the forest. Not making much effort to build out a wetlands yet. Alrighty, so we need bowls, nests. We need birds named after a person. Do we want to take the time to grab the crow? Hate to say it, but I think we do. We're doing it. We are doing it. Oh, and the raven pops up. All right, friend. Now the game got interesting. I'm just going to give it, yep, please, take the raven. We're going to re-roll and try to deny if a rat comes up. 2 rats come up, so forget it. We'll grab them both. You know what? Let's not forget it, because we don't even have the food there we want anyway, so we'll just grab those 2 just for fun. Then if my opponent grabs food, we'll get a reroll. And this should be an interesting game. I feel like we have got ourselves a pretty good setup for our grasslands. We're going to want another food generating bird. Opponent gives us the reroll, which is nice. He does grab the eagle, so he knows how to play the raven. Okay. We're going to go raven, killdeer, sparrow. So let's hope for as much of that food as we can get here. The game just got interesting. Second round raven, second round killdeer. We'll also see what the tray has to hold. Hopefully nothing great, because we do not want to have to draw cards again. Nothing great. Opponent might want that hawk, but he can have it. Another very poor, you know, hunting power. Once again, no no rat for my opponent, so that's good. Another good thing about them getting the raven, and now we get the food we want for our sparrow, is that they spent their entire first round investing in the going for the whistling duck, investing in the forest, and now they're going to have to invest in a raven, so their first round was a bit wasted. While we, on the other hand, invested in a forest that we will be using quite a bit. So I gotta keep paying attention to my bonus cards. Yeah, I can't forget about those, because we're gonna be getting a lot of cards, so we're gonna be having choices to make. So we're gonna grab the grain and the grub, get our crow down with one of our rats, play the sparrow, I think, and then we will need to activate our grasslands, and that will get us the eggs and the food for the killdeer, and then we will be off to the races. So that is great. I think that my opponent grabbed that whistling duck out of desperation for a wetland bird. So they do have 4 cards in their hand. So I wonder what they're holding on to. They grabbed that Stellar Jade as well, which is, again, if they play that in the forest, it's just really detracting from the engine they need to build. They should much more be focusing on the uh, their card generation. So are they going to go for a reroll in hopes of a? I think it'd be very silly at this point to reroll in hopes of a rat. They should just force down their raven. They've got tons of food. So here it comes. We will get down our crow. The crow is mightier than the raven. And then our sparrow will be next. So this will be quite the game. Who has the better strategy? We've got 2 bowl nests. My opponent has 1. They might try to get down the Stellar J, which I think is a mistake. It will tie the end of round goal and not contribute to the progression of their engines. Interestingly, they got a grub and a rat. They changed their mind, it looks like. Am I correct? Yeah, they undid. They're changing their mind. Okay. Good egg production now, although not really with the killdeer and the crow. We're only going to be getting 2 eggs per round. So, what are we hoping for? We're hoping for more food production, either a nice card for the forest or another, even better, a nice food producer that lives in the grassland. So, let's see. That larkspur is a candidate just so that we have a. Do we need another bonus card? Doesn't that larkspur does not help with any of our bonus cards, so I think we're going to skip that and on something that uh, that can get us closer. Let's redo that. Oh, we got our sparrow, so that's fine. That we'll get a grub. Ravens are strong, so and yeah, he's got a decent bird. He's got the yellow-headed blackbird is okay, but if he activates power, still very much short on uh, on card draw. So maybe he's going for that whistling duck next. Even though he's got the raven, still only 2 food. If he starts saving up those grains for the whistling duck, his food supply is going to be quite weak. So again, feeling fairly confident here. Let's hope we get some good cards off the deck. Down goes the whistling duck. Not gonna get rid of the rat. I guess I could grab that Ferginius hawk. It does not help us with any of our bonus cards either, but it does help with our get our next food. So I think we are going to do it, unless we get something better here. Inca Dove, not better. We're gonna grab this guy. We got the rat, not the best bird, but it's something. We're trying to get that engine going. Scissortail is a much better bird, so I think we're going to use that to round out our. Well, we got to draw it now or never. I guess we draw it. And it also plays into our viticulturalist, so let's hope it stays. I suspect it will. It is a bomb though, so my opponent might want to grab it. Well, my opponent grabbed some cards, but not the ones that I was expecting. What exactly did they pick up? I had to step away for a second. Let's see here. They got the Sandpiper and that Longspur. Those are decent draws. So let's grab that Flycatcher for sure. We need the food more than my opponent does. We also very much need a cavity nest for the next end of round goal. We're not going to discard. Grab one off the top. There we go. That'll be nice to have. Star nests are good. So I'm wondering if we don't, I think we're going to abandon that Ferginius hawk. It doesn't help us much with anything. So, oh, we only get, let's undo that. Let's, we have to go through all this again. Lay one here. And we will get a fish for our Kingfisher. Play that one next. And then probably grab some food. Well, there's also the finch, which of course we're going to grab. It's a bowl nest. It complements our killdeer. Not named after a person, but a very good card. We're not going to get rid of a food. We'll grab. Now our cup runneth over. Not going to have any more room in our grassland, so we'll grab here. Ruddy Duck does not help us much. We'll go here. And let's get ourselves grain. There's that cherry in the tray, just waiting for us if we want to grab it. Is it worth getting the 2 food for a no point play? It might be. We are going to get down our kingfisher. Well, maybe not yet. I think we overpay for the finch, maybe. This is a little, the finch has such great nest capacity. I think we get the kingfisher down. How's my opponent's cavity nest space? He's got 2. No, he's got 7. He'll beat us there. The kingfisher will help with our bull nest bonus card. So with that, and the house finch will be on the board, I think. Well, plus the flycatcher, though. I think it's worth playing currently. Our food, actually, what we really need is more food, but the flycatcher giving us grubs is not all that great. All right, so the path is not clear. I will confess that. Not entirely sure what I should be doing here, but do I go for the 2 food? Do I keep running the engine? Do I deny the bronze cowbird? Choices to be had. Currently, we're up by 3. I think we just, man, I say we get, yeah, we're going to keep running the engine. We're going to grab a cherry, play the house finch, and then we have to decide, we're going to have to see where we are and see how we want to go about getting down that scissor tail. We do want 1 more bull nest. Then we will have maxed out our, I believe we'll have maxed out our wildlife gardener. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And we also want 1 more bird that eats cherries. So we're going to keep activating our killdeer. That's what we're going for. 1 more bull, 1 more cherry eating bird. Some sort of double play in the forest would be nice. Lots of those double play birds eat cherries. My opponent is once again being quite contemplative. There he goes. Eagle. He's got a bomb. That does give me, well, he's going to do the reroll so we can see what's there. That will also get us a fish, which will be nice. We need all the food we can get at this point. He gets fish, I get a fish. Can't complain there. We're not going to discard. Last end of round goal is eggs in the forest. I mean, in the grassland, so. Cuckoo does not meet the criteria that we are after, but that certainly comes closer. So, but that would eliminate that. We could do a double play. No, the mountain bluebird is not our friend. That is not what we are after. Because we have our 3 cherry birds, but they, well, unless we put the finch in, we could put the finch in the forest, and that'll get us more food, and we can spend eggs. I think that's what we're gonna do. Might be madness, but we are getting to the end of this game, and we need to start getting cards down. So play the finch in the forest, get 3 food instead of 1 in a turn, which will be quite helpful. We've got the food we want for the scissor tail. And then it's just a matter of getting, probably won't have any bull nest that we want to play, so we might be out of luck with our wildlife gardener. But we'll see. Hope this is the correct choice. I feel like it is. Although eggs in the grasslands, that changes. Well, my phone only has the, oh, and the mountain bluebird has tons of egg space, so I think we're okay. I think we're gonna be okay. Putting the house finch in the forest. Have you ever heard of such madness on an engine like this? But I am chasing the bonus card, that thing I always say don't do. But in this case, I feel like it's going to be so many points that it's worth it. I feel like there aren't very many bull birds that live in the wetlands, so it's going to have to be a forest bird that we play to max out that card, and I just don't know if it's worth it. How's the egg capacity on that guy? So he has 6. We have 7. So at this point, plus we're going to get down that mountain bluebird, we'll be okay. So we are going to get the 3 food we need, cycle a card. Maybe I'm contemplating if we want to get rid of that cowbird or not. My opponent does have tons of egg space. My opponent is up by 7. That will reveal a new card, which can sometimes be scary. I say give him the cowbird if he wants the cowbird. 0 egg space in it if it goes into the grasslands. I'm okay with that. We're going to get ourselves these guys. We're going to get rid of our ruddy duck. Grab this guy. Also going to cycle our hawk. Swan is not too bad. It is not a bull nest, but it is a point bomb. So now what we're going to do is going to run our grasslands one more time, get the food we need, overpay for one of these birds. And then we just see what our killdeer gives us. We are almost out of egg space. That house finch is going to help a lot, as will the mountain bluebirds, though. Our space is about to get a lot bigger. Our opponent is certainly going, oh, yep, there it goes. He wants the killdeer. So we might be activating our forest a bit more. Only a 1-point play when we do. We'll just have to see. Definitely that bronze cowbird is going to make the final end of round goal tough for my opponent. Kestrel is completely uninteresting to us. Complete our eggs in cavity nest. Then I think we just start getting eggs in our grasslands. Anything we want to deny there? I mean, those are 2-point bombs. Painted bunting, it's a shame we can't get. I don't know if we need to deny. How many cards does my opponent have? He has 2. I feel like he doesn't want to do any more drawing. Well, crossbill. I'm okay with the crossbill. Especially if we get ourselves, let's see, we need another cherry. A double play bird would be nice. in our, although it'd have to be a three-pointer to make it worth it. My opponent has 6 in their cavity nest, so they are definitely getting that end around goal, and they are winning by 10 points currently. We're going to hope our bonus cards save the day on us. We do have a nice double play coming. Our opponent going for two very cheap birds late game. That gives me some confidence. Continuing to draw cards. Our opponent might be messing up the end game. Chasing bonus cards even harder than I am. Well, let's see. We are once again overflowing with, oh, let's try it again. Let's get rid of this guy and this guy. Then I believe, yep, we have enough food to overpay for our flycatcher. I think at this point it's just going to be laying eggs, grabbing a couple grain for the crossbill. Let's see how we're doing here. We have a 5-point engine. The crossbill will be a 4 plus 3, 7, so definitely worth doing. Is it worth? I don't think it's worth going for that trumpeter swan. Well, let's see here. Maybe the trumpeter swan, that's going to be an 8-point play. Crossbill is only a 7-point play, but it's going to cost us 1 more egg. So it's even Steven. We might as well go for the style points and max out our bonus card, right? Because this will be 8, but it'll cost us 3 eggs. So, okay, that's the other question we have to ask ourselves. Is this worth it if it's going to cost us 2 more food? So it's probably not. So this is actually going to be a 5-point play, which is the same as our, wait, let me make sure. Let's think clearly here, folks. If we play the crossbill, it'll cost us 2 eggs. So that's at least -4, minus 2 more, which is 2 plus the 3 from the bonus card. So that's 5, which is the same as our engine. Our opponent has 6 egg spaces. We've got 4 times 4 is 16. So the eggs for the final end of round goal is not going to be a problem. This is a little bit tricky. This is when I wish I had the finch in the forest, so I did not, or in the grassland, so I did not have to spend the egg for the killdeer. We're gonna skip this one. Now, I think we're okay with what we got. Do we go for the crossbill? Seems like it's exactly the same. Let's do the math one more time, just so we are completely sure. It's going to cost us 2 in eggs, so that's 4. It's going to cost us 2 in eggs again, so that's 2, plus 3 is 5. I feel like we can just do 4 rounds of 16, 3, 5, 11, 12. 13, 14. Yeah, let's do it. When in doubt, just do it. My opponent has nothing that will toss resources our way. That definitely, oh, that'll be nice. That'll give us an extra egg. Thank you, dear friend. We are not going to complain about that. We will skip you. We will skip you. Let's, oops, undo. Do it all over again here. We could do this guy, but for the extra food, but I think we learned our lesson on that one. There we go. We have ourselves a lot of eggs in the grassland. And we're pulling ahead. Our opponent must have birds that only live in the wetlands, and they are chasing that. I think we had birds that eat fish at the start of the game, so it seems to be what they are after. So I'm okay with them chasing that bonus card. We're kind of doing the same thing, but we're doing it for the style points because it all works out the same. Crossbill into the forest. Then one more round of 5 points. Let's make sure we has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. Feeling good about our bonus cards, that's for sure. And we're going to get that end around goal. So close game, but I think we're going to do well. 2 big bonus cards. Well, they're going to have 3 bonus cards as well. I think they have a lot. Nope, they've got plenty of birds. They've got 2, 5, 9. We have 10. So the more cards you have, the better your chances are at those bonus cards. We are up by a point and still have a turn to spare. So yeah, we're going to win at the end of round goal. We definitely got this one. We're going to skip. And again. And put 1 in our Kingfisher because he's been good to us. There we go. Let's go to the board. Let's see what my opponent's bonus cards are. Oh, no, this is mine. I was about to say, wow, that's a good one. We got 18 is very solid for bonus cards. Our final score will be 92 is perfectly respectable. Not the best with a killdeer, but I guess the house rules really did it for us there. Well, they got 1 big one. They got 2 big ones. Ooh, they got 1 up on their bonus cards. They did great on their bonus cards too, but it's not going to be enough to win the game. Raven, second round Raven versus second round Killdeer. The Killdeer proves to be victorious. Okay, friends, I enjoyed that one. Hope you did too. I'll see you next time.